good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, bringing you my first upload for the Total War Warhammer. This is an online battle I played. It's a 2v2, and it was a pretty close battle, so I thought I would upload it. It's pretty cool. So we have, like I said, a 2v2. I am commanding these guys, which they're the, what are these guys? I think they're like the orcs of the Red Hand, or something like that, of that nature. And then over here, we have the Beastmen. Doesn't say who it's commanded by, that's why I'm just trying to figure it out, but that's alright. And then over here, on the other side, we have the Wood Elves faction, I believe, and there's their general there. And, oh, I think we're... And then, yeah, I think this is Bretonia as well here. So we can just go over the army comps real quickly. So starting with my army. So I have 4 Goblin Archers in the front. They're pretty cheap missile troops, but really all I needed them to do was get a couple shots off. They they look kind of funny. And then in the back here, I think I have 4 of just the Orc Boys. It was a low money battle. I think it was like 8k per person, or 10k possibly. And in the far back, I have two of these Black Orcs. They're my most elite infantry. They're heavily armored, ready for battle. And then I've got my Orc War Boss here, looking pretty gnarly. And for my cav, I put all my cav on the right flank here. So I've got 3 units of the Orc Boar Boys with their spiky clubs. Whoops, sorry. And then way over here, I've got 3 units of the Goblin Wolf Riders. 3 units? 4 units of them. So looking at the Beastmen, so he's got, I believe, 2 units of the Centaurs, which are looking awesome with their 2-handed weapons. And in the back here, he brought a really small army, but it's very expensive. I think mostly of this Beastagor herd. I think he has like 5 or 6 units of that. And then here's his Minotaurs right there. I think he has 1 or 2 of those, possibly. And then at the very back here, he's got Kazrak the One-Eye. It's a little bit dark. I don't know if you can see that he has 1 eye. No, it's too dark. We couldn't see that later. And then he's got the Gorbull. He's pretty... Oh, and I forgot to say, I also have... Where are you? There you are. The Arachnarok Spider. Definitely brought that. So looking at the enemy forces, I'll kind of just cover them all together because they're all mixed in. So some Grail Knights for Bretonia, Knights of the Realm. We've got for the Woodland Elves, they got a lot of these War Dancers. I guess they're like a ranged unit. No, they're Spear Infantry. Okay, he had a lot of range. Here we go. Yeah, and he's got a ton of these Deepwood Scouts. And here's his boss, Duerthru, I think is how you pronounce it. And then a lot of Spearmen at Arms, some Men at Arms, all in the front for Bretonia. Not too bad. And then he's got some Peasant Bowmen at the back. And then we've got King Luen Leonsur. I don't know how to pronounce that. And we've got some Pegasus Knights as well. So let's get this battle started here. So, right off the bat, my army was kind of built more for rush. Like I said, let me just pause it real quick. That's a little loud, and I want you guys to be able to hear me. Where am I looking here? Sound. Duh. Let's just turn that down a bit. Alright. So like I said, my army was mostly rush. These archers I did not expect to do anything, really. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys, there was some Glade Riders here, 3 units that were hidden in the trees. They can deploy outside of the zone, as well as my, my Wolf Riders. So I put all my cav on the right flank because I really wanted to overwhelm Bretonia. From what I've played with them, I don't play this game much, but I find that Bretonia's infantry are really weak. Even even a good side cav charge into spears will just wreck them. So, but I'm charging up my orc boys here, trying to get some early harass off on these horsemen, and also the beastmen are rushing in, but they're going to be too late to get there. And he just goes in with his senators, no slowing down there. Actually gets a decent charge off into some peasant bowmen, and then pulls out, but he's getting hit hard from archer fire. We got the Pegasus Knights moving in. He's just rushing forwards. He's pretty clumped up here, but you got to be really careful when you build like unique units, elite armies like that, because you have every guy has to count. So I just wanted to get my orc boys into the fray right away, because in the ranged department, Bretonia and the Wood Elves definitely had the edge. So we got some colliding here. Orc boys going in. It's a little bit laggy, but my computer has a bit of a time trying to run Warhammer, which is weird. And I also brought in my Wolf Riders to try to slow down these Grail Knights. And then I actually got my Arachnarok in the center with the Spearmen, and I should be bringing my my cav around. Yes, here we go. I'm bringing my cav around to try to get a good hammer and anvil strike on it. But he's got his hero in there, you can see. My Arachnarok's just going crazy. To be honest, Bretonia, like, they look really cool. They look like a cool faction, but their infantry just don't compete with much, I've found. They're pretty underpowered. Over here, we've kind of got a face-off between the Beastigor and these War Maidens, I think is what they're called here. War Dancers, I'm sorry. And it looks like the Beastmen, they're already starting to break. The Senegors have had enough. A lot of his army is clustered over here. I managed to pretty much break all of these troops here, which was excellent. There's, like I said, their spear line just was crushed. Oh, and he has a paladin over here too, Bretonia. I forgot to mention that, but I'm trying to hold him back. And I've got some orc boys headed over. So yeah, most of their troops are routing. My cab battle over here, obviously I lost to these Grail Knights, but really the only thing I needed those Wolf Warriors for is because I expected him to try to overpower the flank, and this was just what I needed to slow them down. Although good cab charge here into my Black Orcs. But these guys are tanks. They are super expensive. They're 1,100 per unit, but they were so tanky. Definitely recommend bringing 2 or 3 units of them for sure. Oh, good side charge into the back here too. And breaking his paladin over here. A thing that I kind of find annoying in Warhammer is that routing troops just come back 4, 5, 6 times. Like, I had all these troops routed, and I'm pretty sure this charge, like, almost right away they'll start to waver again, and then they'll rout, and then they'll come right back. And then they'll rout, and then they'll come right back. It's crazy. But, oh, I got some of my orc boys as well. I'm trying to go through and get a decent charge on these Pegasus Knights, or sorry, these Glade Riders that are just picking me apart. Yeah, and here comes Mr. Annoying. This guy, you will see, becomes so annoying in the battle. And he actually breaks my Orc Boar boys and my Orc boys. Good play there. So I pretty much won on this entire flank, except for the Paladin that's kind of flying around. However, my ally is really having a hard time. He clumped up his forces quite a bit. I don't blame him for doing that because the battle is so fast and it's really hard to get your lines spread out. But he got enveloped by these war dancers, and of course their Ent like wood elfish thing who's doing all his powers now. But I'm really trying to reform. I'm trying to take care of these archers, but also deal with the war dancers that are coming in. Some of my archers are breaking. I've got my war boss coming to the front here. Let's get a good shot of him amidst all the war dancers. The Ragnarok in the distance. That's a nice screenshot. So, at this point, I wanted to get rid of the hero, the Duthru, I think his name is. So I sent my Ragnarok after him to try to take him out. And again, look, like everybody's breaking. It's crazy. And then they just come back. I don't really like that mechanic much. Usually if they break, they could come back once or maybe twice, but like 4, 5, 6 times? That's pretty crazy. Smart play by the Wood Elf player, though. He is focusing all of his archer fire in the back on my Ragnarok spider. But Duthru is just getting trashed. And I even sent my Orc War Boss in to get a piece of the action. There he is. He's like, I'm out of there. Oh, and at this point, a lot of my allies' troops did return to the battle, which was nice. He was really able to help reinforce my left flank. If we take a zoom out on the battle, his knights are still alive, I believe. Oh, they're finally breaking. I brought back a lot of my troops that had already routed to try to, again, just hold off the Knights of the Realm and the Grail Knights. Because I really didn't have an answer for them much. My cab did not compete. Oh, good. Oh, man. Just wrecked my archers, but they are goblins. He's just going ham, and then I try to bring my Ragnarok in, and he's just like, nope, I'm out of here. It was so annoying. I got some good, intense fighting over here. My Black Orcs against some of the Spearmen. And they break again. Oh, that guy lost his head. Oh, no mercy. No mercy for the Black Orcs. They're just going right into the archers. They don't even care. More heads being lopped off. They... Oh! At this point, I'm just trying to run them down so that they won't return. That was the worst part, is that they just keep returning. And my Orc boss is chasing them over there. Oh, the Grail Knights returned from battle. I think I tried to focus them down a little bit, but their hero, too, just wouldn't die. I kept trying to focus my archer fire on them, but it literally did no damage, which was crazy. And this small unit of Grail Knights, almost like they're breaking my Goblin archers, which again isn't a surprise, but there's only 4 of them. Like, these are very, very good cav, for sure. Oh, did I break them? Yes, I did. Excellent. And what do we got here? This guy who I thought was routing, again, returned to the battle. And he's also got some Deepwood scouts that returned. He's got a few other guys that are routing here. All of my troops are exhausted. My ally tried to regroup in the center here because really I was running down the retreating troops. All we were worried about was this king here, who was being such a pain in the neck. And he seemed to have a great success at making sure my warriors didn't return, so. My goblin archers.
Ah, get up, run away!
Yeah. Is this guy breaking again? Yeah, he's routing. Got my black orcs trying to chase down these scouts here. I think at this point, no, see, they're still routing. They're not shattered yet. That's the crazy part. Like, I routed all of Bretonia's men, I'd say, within the first 2 minutes of the game. But they all came back. Like, it's definitely not over. If you play Total War Warhammer and you find that you lose a lot of online battles, just make sure you're not giving up too quickly. Because most of your troops will return. Like, don't just quit out of the battle. And if you rest them and you keep your hero with them, they will gain morale back as they rest up. So here my ally, he sees what's coming. He's trying to use some buffs on his men to keep them inspired, but he is coming down. Right onto the hero. Oh no! Did he kill him with that? Oh snap! No wonder all of his men broke. I did not see that in the game. One shot. He must have been super weak. But yeah, that pretty much takes care of all of the remainder of my allies' men. And as for me, I mostly dealt with the rest of the routing troops. I just decided to ignore them and stop chasing them. I really needed to regroup and rest up. And really, all that's left on this battle is this this king here who's just destroying everything. I think they're a little overpowered in this game, especially when they're on the Griffin. Or is he on a Pegasus or a Griffin? Can't really see. No, it looks like a Griffin. But anyway, I think that at a certain point, when you get caught in melee combat, that you shouldn't be able to fly away. Because if you run and you just get outside of what my warriors can reach, he can just take off again, and that's so annoying. It's gonna get a juicy. Oh yeah. He's also trying to make sure that these guys don't return. Oh man, so juicy. And it's crazy too, like he's still at 3/4 health, which is pretty amazing. Where are my guys? Here we go. This is what's left of my army. I've got some archers that my ally told me to hide in the trees. And this is it. Got black orcs, orc boys, Arachnarok that's almost dead. My war boss, which is at full health, and then another black orc unit. And it's crazy. These guys are steady, and everybody else is shaken. Oh, we got a couple of couple of the herd coming back. Gonna try and give me a hand. We got one unit over there, but I think they're out of ammo, or they're just not moving. Oh, nice hair. A lot of dead Bretonians, that's for sure. Right over, right all over in here. A lot of dead Bretonians. And up the hillside and everything. Oh, here he comes. So I basically just tried to throw everything at him, try to, like, contain him. But see, as soon as he gets out, he's able to just take off again. And that was so annoying. I was like, come on, man, just face me. Stop running away. And the balance of power is not that close. Really not that close at all. Oh, he's going for the herd, man. He'll probably, yeah, he routes those guys right away. They're terrified, apparently. And then, see, he just runs and he gets away. And I was like, ah! And that's what I mean. Like, if he's stuck in combat, he shouldn't be able to just take off like that. But yeah, my Ragnarok Spider and my Orc Boys and my Archers were wavering there. But I'm glad he went for my Archers and not my Ragnarok, because it actually steadies. And then I send him right back in. And this time I do actually catch up with him a bit and get some damage on him. But takes off once again. My Orc Boys are having none of it. He's going for my Archers, but they just break off the battlefield. They are also very terrified. He was trying to play quite smart, going for troops that were wavering. I think it's pretty OP, these heroes, but that's alright. And I think I do catch up with him a bit with my Ragnarok. I got another good hit off him. Yeah, that was a good hit. But, oops, see you later. Oh, he flies right in to face my Ragnarok. And I was like, charge in, everybody. And there he is, he's wavering, and he routed. And that is it. It's definitely a Pyrrhic victory there. Quite close. This is actually one of the closest battles I've had playing Total War Warhammer. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more Warhammer content, online battles, and maybe a Let's Play, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.